Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name's Alexa and this is my mostly booktube channel, but I might start posting like regular non-book stuff, non-bookish stuff. But yeah, I don't know, I posted about I think 2 weeks ago, but today I will be doing a August and September wrap up because I read a lot less than I usually do those months, but that's fine. I started school, so I have a lot more homework. And I started college, so I have a lot more homework. And I will also be including my October TBR because I have a whole study break thing this month. I have like almost a whole week of no school, so I will be reading a lot. So yeah, let's get into this video. Let's start with the month of August. In August, I read, I think, wait, how many books? Sorry, I have my laptop there, so I'm on my open on Goodreads. So yeah, I read 6 books. So the first book that I read in August was Culty by Mariana Zapata. I loved it. I mean, I say that about every Mariana Zapata book, but it's just because they're all so good. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's a romance that I read on Kindle Unlimited, which is my lifesaver, honestly. I love it. It was a really good book. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars? 5 out of 5? I'm not sure. I haven't even checked the ratings for it, so this will be like what I say now. It will be like the updated ratings like a month or 2 later, like not even a week later. After that, I read my favorite of the 2 Mariana Zapata books that I read that month, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I thought that book honestly was like set in Winnipeg, and I had waited all summer to read it up until like I was for one night in Winnipeg. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna start it like right before we enter the city, and then I'm gonna finish it like the day after. It is not set in Winnipeg. I really thought it was, but no, the guy is from Winnipeg. Anyway, it was still cool that he was from Winnipeg, but that one was my favorite. I think it's like my second favorite Mariana Zapata book. Yeah, so far my ranking is number 1 is From Lugov with Love. Second one is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Third is Culty, and then 4th is Under Luck. After that, I read, wait, where is it? Oh my god. Sorry, I have them all on like my leg, the books right now, the like physical ones. That I read The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. This was the first time I read a Sarah Dessen book, and it was honestly so good and so cute. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 stars. I read it in like 2-3 days. I loved it. It was the perfect, like, even though it doesn't really happen in the end of summer, I felt like it was the perfect August end of summer book. I loved it. It was such a cute romance. It's a young adult romance as well, and it was just quite good. I had like heard okay-ish things of Sarah Dessen, because people are like, oh, she's kind of like the James Patterson of YA romance, but I very much enjoyed it. After that, I read probably one of my most anticipated books ever. Actually, I think one of the other books is also on my most anticipated book of the year. I read a lot of like books that I was really excited about like these past 2 months. Oh, by the way, I'm filming this October 1st, so like this is actually like the full wrap up. Like, I don't know what was I about to say. Oh yeah, okay, so it was probably my most anticipated read, and it was Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, not Rishi. Oh my god, this book is amazing. I annotated it like I did with 2 of these books. I annotated it. It was amazing. And what was so frustrating is that I was supposed to get it in like June, but like then anyway, I was picked up by a publisher, but I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait to read Ricochet. I also, the one thing that's positive about having like the newer editions is that there's like a exclusive playlist in it. There's like you got chapter 32 in Lo's point of view, and you get like text messages. It was so good. Though, like, check content warnings because it talks a lot about like addiction, since 2 of the characters are like have addictions. So yeah, like the authors do show like the gruesome parts of addiction, but it was really good. Like it was harder to read at some parts, but like it was quite good. I love the characters and I can't wait to read more in that universe. After that, I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Okay, by the way, Addicted to 5 out of 5. This one I think was a 5 out of 5 as well. I'm not sure. This probably has to be my favorite Emily Henry book. I loved it. I loved the bookstore, the small town. I loved it so much. Like I love not all of them. I haven't read all of them, but I've read like the 3 like most popular ones. So like People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and then this one. On the contrary to most people, I loved all 3, but this one was my absolute favorite. I love the characters, I love the plot, I love everything. And lastly, for the month of August, I read The No-Show. This book was nothing like it was absolutely not what I expected it to be. It was honestly even better. The plot twists and everything, I thought this was gonna be a cute romance, but like it was kind of romancy, but like that wasn't like the main plot. It's just really good. So yeah, that was the books I read in August. I started September off quite strong. The first book I read in September was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. That book was so good. It was so good. It was amazing. Probably one of my all-time favorites now. I loved it. It was so cute. I love how like there was so many Taylor Swift references, or like the little movie quotes in the beginning of like every chapter. It's I forgot what it's like. Honestly, in my wrap-ups, I never talk about what the book is about. I just say my thoughts. It was just really good. I loved it. It was a cute young adult romance. It was even like, it wasn't even overhyped for me. It was like, I loved it even though it was super hyped on everywhere. But yeah, after that I read Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I really liked this book. Didn't love it as much as I did with The Love Hypothesis, but that's quite hard to like beat The Love Hypothesis with me. But it was good. I rated it a 4.5. I enjoyed it like a lot. I love honestly most Ali Hazelwood things, even though they kind of follow like the same plot and everything. Just quite good. Even though I know like that what is his name? Is it Levi? Yeah, Levi was less like of the like really grumpy compared to like Adam, but this book was quite good. I give it a, I already said that I gave it a 4.5, but it was really good. After that I read, what did I read? I read Caraval. I read it from my library. Oh my god, it was so good. I hadn't like read it yet because I was like, oh, I don't know, it looks like one of those like every other fantasy book. But then my friend convinced me to read it, and oh my god, it was, I think I read it, I read it in one evening. Like I sat down in my bed on like a Sunday night, I started it, and then I finished it. And wait, I read it in like one sitting. Just couldn't stop reading it. It was so good. It honestly kind of got me out of a slump. I mean, it's quite hard to get me out of, well, it's not that I'm in a slump, it's just that I have barely enough time to read. But I was happy that I took the time to read that one. And I'm also happy that I'm a quick reader because I was able to read in about 2.5 hours. But yeah, I loved it. After that, I read Funny You Should Ask by Eliza Sussman. I had forgotten the name. Oh, by the way, in this video, I'm not including like the books that I have to read for school, but like if I had included it, I would have read like 8 books this month. But yeah, I'm only like saying the books that I read for fun. But yeah, I read Funny You Should Ask by Eliza Sussman. This one does kind of read like a fanfic, but I love books that read like a fanfic. But it was so good. I mean, the premise is kind of fanfic-y, but I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I read it in 1 day or 2 days as well. It's a quick read. I think it's like 300 something pages. Yeah, it's 330 pages. yeah, I love the characters, I love the book. It was really like a fun, short, easy read. After that, I read a book that made me very nostalgic. I read Anne of Green Gables. I remember watching the movies when I was like 8 with my brother and my grandma. Of course, the original Canadian movies, not the TV show. I haven't even watched the Netflix show, but yeah, I read the first book of the huge series. It was so good. It brought, like, I knew it was gonna happen because of the movie, but I just loved it. And like I was imagining the characters to be like the actors, and yeah, I think I could give it like 4 to 5 stars. It was like, I had started it in July. I don't know if I had said it in a previous video that I started it, I don't know. But yeah, that was, and then I read one last book for the month of September. I was about to say August, wow. It was probably my most anticipated book of the year. It was. Was I hiding my, yeah, anyway. It was The Final Gambit, which is the last book. I'm hiding like the little library thing, but it's the last book in the Inheritance Game series. Oh my god, that book. Every book in this series I think was a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It just, like, plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. It was so good. I loved the ending. Like, I was not disappointed with the last book. Neither was I disappointed with the second book. They just kept getting better. And this is definitely a series that I would reread, but yeah, I read it. I think I finished it actually like last Monday, Tuesday? I don't know. But I just know that I absolutely loved it. It was so good. Wow, I'm really repeating myself. Alright, well that's it for the books I read in August. Now with my October TBR in 1 second. Now for my October TBR. Okay, so I have 5 physical books that I have with me right now and 2 ebooks that I want to read this month. Oh my god, I kept thinking that was like a piece of hair, but it's just a sorry, my books almost fell, but it's just like a cord. Okay, so the first book I want to read this month is If We Were Villains. I actually just bought this one like yesterday. I feel like it's the perfect fall Jack Academia book, and my friend had been pressuring me, well, not pressuring me, but like telling me that I needed to read it, so I bought it, and I'm so excited. I'm probably gonna start this one actually tonight. I also, but I forgot to say, but that one I think is by M.L. Rio. I think so, yeah. Next, I want to read Clockwork Prince. I read the first one, the series, Clockwork Angel in July, and I loved it. So I cannot wait to read this one, and I am terrified to read Clockwork Princess because I've heard so many things about the epilogue, and that apparently it will make me bawl my eyes out, and I can't wait for now. But like, I want to read, anyway. The book after that, oh sorry, I forgot to say, but that one is by Cassandra Clare. The next book after that I want to read is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I've been wanting to read this one for over a year. It's Academic Rivals to Lovers, and I cannot wait to read it. I've been actually trying to read this month, carrying it around in my backpack to school, but I just don't have the time. But yeah, that one I will definitely try at least to get to. After that, I want to get to Tokyo Dreaming by Amiko Jean. I read the first one as well in when did I read it? In July as well. And I loved it. So I cannot wait to read this one as well. And then this is not the last one, but the last physical one. You guys, this will be a hate read. I do not read it because I want to love it. I read it because I want to, yes, it's long. It's a very long book, but I want to read it because I want to make sure that I absolutely hate it. I want to be able to say that I read the entire series and hated it. The other books I hated. Back then I think I liked them, which I'm concerned with myself. But I also borrowed it, not bought, a copy from my library because there is no way that I'm paying for this book. I will not pay for a $38 like hardcover, like a $25 paperback. And yeah, so yeah, beware of this book. To read? No, I don't want to read, but I do. Court of Silver Flames by the author who I shall not name. I'm even hiding the author's name. I honestly have disliked, I think, every single book I read by that author. I'm not sure. And I'm hate reading it, but I'm terrified of hate reading it because it's, if I'm not wrong, 757 pages? Yeah, 757 pages. I will update you guys on that one. I almost didn't put it in this TBR video because I'm not even sure if I will actually get to it. Okay, so the 2 last books are, I think, a series. Yeah. So the first one I want to, oh no, there's another 2 books after that. 2 books. There's 4 books left. So there's Love from A to Z and From Mecca to Medina, I think that's what it's called. The first one has been out for a while. I forgot the author's name. And the second one I got an ARC of, and it's releasing on October 18th, so I need to read it this month. But I cannot wait to read it. I need to finish Love from A to Z. I'm like 6% in. I have it on my phone right now. I'm probably gonna read it this weekend actually. But yeah, I can't wait to read those. And the last 2 are not even like, I don't know why I say them like they were together. 2 books, but are some of my most anticipated reads this month. The first one is It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I am so excited to read it. I loved It Ends With Us. I'm going to buy that book like the day it comes out. I'm going to Indigo, like on my way to go to school. I am so excited to read it. You guys do not know, I love Atlas, so it's like, I mean, of course I love Atlas. Like, I'm not gonna love Ryle because he's trash and he is, yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about him anymore because he frustrates me. And the last book I want to read in October is Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is also coming out, the new edition, the same day of like, then It Starts With Us. I don't know which one I'm going to read first, but yeah, I'm so excited. It's the 2nd book in the Addicted series. If you guys watched my book haul, which was my last video, you guys know that I have like a bunch of books in this series, like even though I've only read one of the books. But yeah, when I get the 2nd one, like as soon as I get it, I can start just like reading them quickly and like binge reading them. So yeah, those are the books I want to read in October. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking this video and commenting down anything. Like if you have a video idea of, or like a video you want me to do, please comment it down below. In my bio, I will have a link to my link tree that has my Instagram and TikTok, Amazon wishlist, and I will finally put my Spotify in there, even though I've been saying it for like the past, like, oh, I was about to say for the past month, but I filmed the book haul like a month ago. But yeah, I will put that in my link tree, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time you're watching this, and yeah, I will see you guys next video.